AMDM, simple, the project, right? There you go.
It has to go.
There you go. Michael, Daniel, Anna Marie, and myself. Alright. So first, let's just start off with this.
Corona, órale. I'm sorry.
The truth, and it has a question mark. It's asking, is this really the truth behind alcohol, and how they portray it to be? You know what I mean? All this, right? So what we did, we were actually going to talk about how effects of alcohol with parents and the relationship with their sons, daughters. So instead of taking it, looking at it like this, we took it to the other side, right? That looks at the negative side of the alcohol, right? You,
Oh, is it doing a video? Okay.
It's like how much, personal questions probably. You don't have to answer them, right? Attention. Do you drink? And we're gonna be looking at that at this, all right? Hopefully the video works. Yes, not.
Does it normally load automatically?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
It's just yellow.
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I mean, it was working fine 2 days ago.
All right. Well, the video was probably we'll start later. The video was they just showed something like I guess we can relate to. There was just a guy who was getting in a car and he was drinking, and then there were some guys playing football, and then they were just playing, and then one of them runs, and then he gets hit by the drunk driver. So it's just some more. Okay. So. Wait.
Alright, our observation was the effect of alcohol between parents and if they're married or divorced, and that either they drink or do not drink, and then the relationship with the kids.
Yeah, those are the kids, that's fine. Alright? I think I forgot to put it, those are the kids. Alright? And then, Michael?
The hypothesis. We believe that the most effective families by alcohol would be the divorced families that consume alcohol.
Good. We believe. Alright?
And we decided 3 main questions that were essential for our surveys and our data.
So these are the questions that we made. That we made many questions, but these are the ones that really just gave us the real data to answer the question. The first one was, do your parents drink alcohol? And then they would
Guys, please
answer.
don't talk.
They would
Thank
answer either yes or no, right? And then,
Are your parents divorced?
and the answer choices were yes and no. And then the last question was a little bit more complicated.
It was, does the consumption of alcohol break communication between your parents due to violence or tension or anything like that?
That means only like any type of problems that's caused when your parents drink. Anytime when you see them drink or anything, does it create? I don't know, just etc. Just in the broad, does it create violence? So the answer choices were never, occasionally, and excessively. Right? Never means that never happens. Occasionally, here and there, days. Excessively is like all day. Every single time that they drink, there's so many problems when they do that. All right. So after the after plan, we're gonna go and graph the data. Right?
Careful.
By making, I just wanted to put so I can move a lot more. A pie graph. Alright? Alright. So, and then it goes, see? There you go.
Graph.
So then we found out the plan. So then we.
We surveyed 100 people.
And this is us running. Getting the service.
You missed one.
Alright. Alright. And then, yeah. The graphing plan. Alright? There you go.
First one is divorced versus married, right? And you explain all the graphs because you didn't.
You can play now.
It's basically out of our 100, it perfectly came out to 60% were married and 40% were divorced out of all of the 100.
Out of the 100. So then what we did, we separated them between divorced and married, and then this is the divorced families that they drink, the divorced parents that drink, and it says 25% of them said that they don't drink, and 75% of the 40 people that we got did drink, right? And then, okay. Alright, yeah.
Okay, this was like the conflict at home, like with the divorced parents. So it was 30 people with that had the conflict, right? Yeah. So we had the 3 answer choices, which were never, occasionally, excessively. 40.4% said that conflict at home due to alcohol was never, even though they drank, it was never a problem. But occasionally was 26.26%, and excessively was 33.33%, which we see obviously a more percentage of divorced parents actually there is conflict at home because of alcohol, and we see that because and especially 33.33% are excessively that's with alcohol. That's a lot. That must be like a lot of problems due to it. So.
And then we go to the other side that it says married and drinking, and that has 58.36% drink and 41.64 don't, right? So 35 out of 60 do drink in a married family, right? And then this one says right here, married drinking parents versus conflict at home. And right here is where you really see the difference with the married and the divorced families, right? You want to explain it, Michael?
Guys, come on, y'all. We're almost done. Please, thank you.
42% of married couples, they drank excessively. Right.
Yeah, so out of the 35 that were married and drink, 16 said never, it's never a problem, occasionally 15, and excessively only 4. So you can kind of see how it does make a difference, right? So.
But you also you see that alcohol still is is still problems with married couples. They just don't divorce because of it, but you see that it's still a problem in the house. And I mean, it happening occasionally because of alcohol, you see that it's still a problem.
Right.
Yeah. So according to this is our conclusion.
All right. Well, according to the data displayed below, teens that have divorced parents that drink alcohol contributes to the loss of communication and relationship between the parents and their sons or daughters. Conclusion.
So we were right with our hypothesis. It does, divorced families that drink alcohol does affect how they are, attention in the family, and those type of things, right? So here's the conclusion, and we did a graph for the conclusion so I can see it better. This is the married and the conflict, and that's the divorce. Right here, you can explain.
We see with the divorced parents, with the conflict at home, that you see it again, like how much it is never 12, occasionally 8, and excessively 10. See, the occurrence, you still see it, and along with the married parents, you see it also. And another question that we were kind of thinking of was if it was race was a factor when it came to it, if it was more if Hispanics drank more, were they the ones to get divorced more because of alcohol or anything like that? So that was another question that we were wondering that we thought about also.
Right. Right.
So.
Yeah. Did y'all consider people who are divorced but remarried? Because I know my dad him and my mom aren't together, but he's married right now and has kids, but he is divorced. You know,
We put at the bottom. We put if your parents are divorced, do they have someone else? And then they're
Do they drink too?
Married.
That relationship also.
So the biggest thing that we really were proud of that we could show is that right here in the divorce and drinking, you see that the excessive problems are 10, and right here with the married, it's only 3. So right there you can really see the difference. All right, and that's the end of our presentation. Just a little bit extra.
Yay.
But that's just all that is just statistics. Use your parents' faults not as problems, but as stepping stones to be all that you can be. All right, make a difference, stand out.
That was all him.
And dare to be different. All right, and that is it.
Cool.